Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Tortoise. Quite interesting tank, especially when armor works. And does this tank have some armor?
We're done for. Everyone get out.
What do you think, fellas? Yeah, you see, nowadays whenever people are loading gold, especially whenever they are higher tiers, and let's get real, fellas. With the current World of Tanks economy, if we are grinding during December, you could make a lot of credits, obviously, if you had time to put into the game. And you can have situation just like this. Anyways, what did I wanted to say? I wanted to say Tortoise can be an awesome tank if you are dealing against the lower tiers or against the people who are not willing to shoot gold ammunition. If you are meeting people who are loading the gold, Tortoise is kind of useless. Although you have some teeth and you can actually defend yourself. Without further ado, let's go into the battle. And one thing which I really want to highlight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is our extra channel, aka Skill4ltu Extra. We are uploading the tier 5s, tier 6, tier 7 tanks, so middle tiers of the World of Tanks. And if you are into the lower tiers or into the middle tiers, however you would call this, feel free to check it out. You will see many things here, and hopefully you will get some tips and tricks yourself. Now, speaking about equipment which I am using on this vehicle, I decided to go with a turbo, rammer and optics because I do not have a field modifications yet with this vehicle, so that's why I decided to go this way, and that's what I am using. If I would have field modifications tuned, I believe I would have this setup still, but I would use something different for city maps. For example, instead of turbo, hardering, or alternatively hardering, turbo and the rammer. Right? There is multiple builds which you can have with the tanks, and this is absolutely amazing. Anyways, what do we have and what do we want to do, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? We have quite interesting matchmaking for ourselves, tier 10, tier 8. We have a tundra map, and now if we are going to do everything properly, and there is a chance we are going to do everything properly, we are going to farm people who are going to play here, if obviously we are going to have anyone who will play here. Unfortunately, I missed my opportunity to punish the LHMTV, but it is okay. Okay, very nice. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, now you will see where this tank is shining, and I truly mean it. What we are going to do, we are going to beat the living crap out of Panzer tier 10 heavy tank, and this is where this tank is actually shining, and you will see that yourself in a moment. So, what we are going to do, we are going to show who has a better DPM for this gentleman, right? And we are going to show the dominance. I just want to track him, and from now on we are playing against this tank. I repeat, fellas, I should load gold, and I should simply shred him like hot knife through the butter, and in fact, I am going to do exactly that after this shot. And now, if everything will go well, and I believe everything will go well, we should be able to do quite a bit of damage, and obviously just punish this gentleman, right? That's the whole plan, that's the whole dream for us. Also, as you can see, since you have extremely good DPM with this tank, you can actually be involved into the battle just like so. And once again, if you are meeting a gentleman who has a great armor, your goal is pretty much to use your DPM and load APCRs. No skill loading APCRs, how dare you to load APCRs? Well, that's World of Tanks for you, fellas, and there is nothing to say, nothing to do. This is how you are playing this game nowadays, and this is how you are doing the things, mates. Truly, this is how World of Tanks is looking like nowadays. If you cannot penetrate someone, you load gold, and then you can penetrate. I know it sounds very, very weird, and I know quite some people dislike this World of Tanks, but there is only a couple of ways how you can do this. You can obviously complain and you can cry about the current situation in the game, or alternatively you can adapt and you can try to get advantage of this, right? There is only a couple of ways, and there's a couple of ways how you can do this, for real, my friends. And I know this might be not the most popular thing to say. I am very, very well aware of that, but in the same time, this is what World of Tanks has become at this point. I see TVP trying to flank us, and I see him flanking us, and we finished the very first battle with a 2-10 score. And 2,500 damage, 300 assisting damage. Fellas, there is nothing. I repeat, there is nothing what you can do about this. Nothing. This is what World of Tanks is all about. Blitz games. If you are having situation like this, you are doomed. Let's teleport to the scoreboard and let's hope we are going to have a better other game. And we are back with a score, unfortunately defeat, but once again, nothing what we can change about this. 2,500 damage, 300 assisting damage. It wasn't the best game ever by any means, but this is what we are going to have for this battle. Next game, I believe, is going to be better, so let's go. And we are back in the very second game for us. So, what do we have? We have an interesting situation here. We have an interesting map. It is called Berlin. Recently it got reworked and this side became playable for hold down tanks, but in the same time this is kind of destroyed for the tank destroyers, and I personally like Berlin more in the previous version. I don't know why, but this is how I feel like. Oh, look at this. Look at this, fellas. Look at Grille with a big PP. Greetings to you, my man. Okay, so what do we want to do and what is the plan for us in this battle? So the first things first, I want to believe I'm going to take this position over there, and hopefully we will be able to punish enemy heavy tanks. That's the whole goal for us. That's the whole goal for us, fellas. I know this CS63, he will try to peek just like so, and if he is going to peek, we are going to snipe him like there is no tomorrow. Now, CS63 does not have a very good gun handling, but he has gold ammunition. So you know what that means? Well, I believe you saw the intro, right? Well, that means, yeah, our armor is not so great. Once again, this is World of Tanks, and playing with the tanks like this, unfortunately, but nowadays is definitely not so simple as it used to be back in the day. At least that's what I want to believe, right? Anyways, we are fine, we are Gucci. All we need to do, we need to be patient and we need to wait until enemies will make a mistake. Whenever enemies will make a mistake, this tank is a true mistake punisher, okay? Whenever enemies are messing up, we can beat them like there is no tomorrow and we can show dominance over the enemies. But if enemies are not messing up, well, that's the other thing and this is the other story. Then we are having a bit of the problems. Anyways, relax, take it easy. We have all time in the World of Tanks and I am pretty much searching for a pixel from where I could penetrate 277. Now, I know there is a pixel how we can penetrate him here. I am very, very well aware of that, but once again, we kind of need to be lucky, fellas, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, we kind of need to be lucky. I know I could load APCRs, and in fact, we are going to load APCRs after this. And then we are going to try to punish them like there is no tomorrow. Emil, how are you doing, Mr. Emil? Emil is looking at us, we are looking at him. Not easy penetration by any means, but let's try to make it work. No? Can we penetrate him just like so? There is a pixel, I know. I know there is a pixel. Okay, once again, patience, patience, patience. This is how we are going to play the game. We just need to wait until enemies will try to be a bit involved. And whenever enemies will be involved, we will try to do our best in order to punish them, right? That's all we can do in this kind of situation. And what we are having here, we are having an absolutely nasty angle for the enemies. And this is exactly what we want to have, and this is exactly what we have, right? But in the same time, if enemies are going to be smart, and in this kind of situation, it looks like they have quite a humongous advantage over us, this is not going to be very easy to deal with. I am trying to aim for cupola. Luckily, we penetrated his cupola, and now we are having a bit different situation of the things. By saying this, I mean enemies will try to be aggressive, and whenever enemies will try to be aggressive, we are going to have a bit of the troubles. Now, this is where this tank is shining. Skill, what do you mean by saying this is where this tank is shining? You see, DPM of this tank is out of this world, and you can truly make it work, especially when you are moving left, right, and center, and whenever you are reacting into the things properly, right? Even though I know it sounds pretty weird and everything, but you can stop many people advance just like this. All you need to do, you need to keep using your DPM, and you need to keep banging them like there is no tomorrow. We are about to reload, that's okay. Now what I need to do, I need to stick my gun into his gun if it is possible and kill him. Beautiful. How about this guy? He's thinking about being involved, that's completely fine, and he's eliminating us from the game. But look, we did absolutely amazing job here, and this is what Tortoise is all about. We holded 4 tanks, fellas. We holded literally 4 tanks. ML 277, ML 257, Object 705. We did everything properly. But once again, Tortoise have a trollish turret, but it can be penetrated with a standard ammunition as well. And if people are loading hits, they do not need to aim, and you can get penetrated wherever, right? This is very, very worth thing to highlight. Anyways, great game. I'm happy with this, even though we spammed quite a bit of gold, but nothing what we could have done differently. So let's teleport into the scoreboard. And we are back yet with another defeat, but it is completely fine. Considering we survived 4 minutes and we had like 2 minutes of action or 1 minute of action to have 5,000, this is a great result. We are first by the damage, we are first by experience, and the gorilla was the last survivor and he was fighting for his life, but that was a typical gorilla. And in fact, he typed something. Sorry, I could not save you in the city. All good, mate. So yeah, this is a great performance. I am happy, and I believe this is showing what Tortoise is capable of doing. Let's go for round number 3. And we are back, fellas. So what do we have? We have Overlord. Obviously, we have a standard battle. And this is quite interesting stuff. So what do we want to do? We definitely do not want to go onto the beach, fellas. Even though I miss summer, I do not want to go onto the beach. Hell no. So what we are going to do instead we are going to go pir just like this. We will try to take the Foxtrot 4 position. I think this is going to work the best for us, and hopefully from there we are going to get a nice angle for ourselves, right? This is the whole plan, this is the whole dream. That's what we want to do. And if we are going to meet tanks like, let's say, Liberty, IS-22, 122 TM, doesn't really matter, to be fair with you. We can permanently track them and we can claim their lives. This is the most important thing for this vehicle, fellas. This is the most important thing for this vehicle. So let's see. Can we meet someone? This is the question. I did not felt like I want to go around like this, or I did not felt like I want to make pressure into the beach like I said. I simply do not think it is a great option. And now this gentleman, he is doomed. No, Skill, what do you mean he is doomed? The thing is, he cannot do absolutely anything here. You see, he is a tier 8 and he is struggling. Skill, do you see the T30? I see everything, fellas. Believe me, I see everything, but in the same time, we are busy while trying to mess up this tier 8 tank. And this is the play which you want to have with the Tortoise. You want to approach people who do not really have hopes of penetrating you, and you are using your epic DPM in order to beat the living crap out of them. This is how you are playing the game with this tank, okay? There is nothing else to say, there is nothing else to do. You just simply need to get as much use as you physically can in this way. And obviously this is quite a sad thing when you are getting penetrated straight in the face, for example, from the T-30, right? But in the same time, this tank is not impenetratable. If you have illusions, you will never ever get penetrated straight in the face. Get this out of your head instantly, okay? Because this is not the case. This is not how this vehicle is working like. This tank has some armor, obviously, by any means, but usually it works against the tanks who are lower tier. And overall, speaking about the tank destroyers, usually tank destroyers have way bigger base penetration, right? So since they have a bigger penetration, they can deal with you so much easier. Luckily for us, this tier 9 is having a stock gun, but even though with a stock gun, this guy can actually penetrate us without bigger problems whatsoever. So what we might do, we might load the gold ammunition to deal with this guy ourselves, right? This is okay. Can we penetrate him? Unfortunately, we cannot. That's fine. How about this T-30? T-30 is waiting for us. We are waiting for him. Very nice penetration in a way. Can we finish this guy off? Unfortunately, we cannot. That sucks, but it is how it is. And we are doing a heavy lifting here, fellas, for tank destroyer, okay? This is how you want to play with a Tortoise, and this is the tanks you want to meet in the same time, and I truly mean it. So now, at this point, I am thinking about relocating a bit. Not by much. I want to take this upper side, and hopefully from this upper side we can farm everyone who are playing up here. And in fact, we have already a nice start. We are definitely not complaining about this, and we are definitely not crying about this performance. We have done a good stuff, but this is not over yet. I want to believe we can get so much more than this. So we actually need to be involved in the game if obviously we want to get more, right? It is not enough to speak about this, and it is not enough to say, well, I would love to do more, that would be very nice. Well, if I will only speak and do nothing, this is not going to be very nice, right? So we need to get involved. Meanwhile, Indian, how are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself? Indian is saying no, no, no. I am saying yes, yes, yes. And once again, everything is looking pretty nice, I would say. I am kind of ignoring this Lansen because he doesn't have a great penetration, so I am not too paranoid, and luckily for us, our team is doing a good stuff. They are reacting into the situation, and obviously they are helping us in the same time. And at this point, let's wait until this TNH will go down, because he should go down. I believe he should go down, and if he will, we are going to hit him in the face for once. Actually, Emil has more HP than TNH has, so I kind of changed my mind, and I will try to put my focus into the other guys in this battle, right? Also, pay attention how much bouncing damage we have in this game, or how many blocker damage we have in this game. Everything went well, but once again, there is a reason why everything went like this, because we were trying to approach the weaker opponents, and this is important thing to say. Also, get yourself intuition perk on this tank, because high explosives are amazing with this vehicle, and you have a humongous penetration with the high explosives. You truly do, so that's important thing to say. And now, as usual in this game, there is only one way how we can finish the battle: by jumping from the cliff. Nice. everything went okay, and once again, I am happy with the Tortoise performance, and overall, I think we showed absolutely everything. We showed how we can hold the flank in the second game, we showed how you can get banged in the first battle, and we showed how you can simply destroy lower tiers like there is no tomorrow in the game number 3. So that was pretty damn good. In the end of the day, we are first by experience, first by the damage, 103,000 profits just because of the obviously mission completion, but other than that everything is fine, and we did not abuse at gold in this game whatsoever. So after 3 battles our performance is 3.8 thousand and 200 assisting damage, which is completely fine. The pity thing is 33% win ratio, but I think all in all we did pretty good job, so I am happy. And thank you very much, fellas, for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Obviously, if you have a Tortoise or you dealt or you fighted against the Tortoise and you have something to add and something to say, feel free to share your opinion in the comment section down below, and that will help for other players, other people as well, right? So thank you very much for that, and see you very, very soon. And actually, before saying goodbye, fellas, I want to thank you for watching videos. I hope you are having a great time, and obviously thank you very much for your support as well. Watching ads in the same time in the YouTube, right? Being patrons, that helps a lot. Buying bananas in the index page, or being a channel member. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate you, fellas, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out. Peace.